Fane, a zombie survival RPG with incredible mechanics. Some say it's similar to Project Zomboid, but not from a view from the top, but in first person or third person. I personally think this could be even better than Project Zomboid if executed well. Now I have played the game for the last hour for the first time, and here are my personal opinions on the game so far. Keep in mind that the game is still in its early, like really early phases of development, so my opinions may change in the near future. Alright, well, first and foremost, once you start yourself a new game, you will be asked to create your own epic survivor who will try to survive in the countryside. You will be asked what profession your character has, from being a firefighter to a police officer. Each of these professions will have their own unique set of skills you start with. For example, a police officer will start with experience in firearms, while a firefighter might be better with melee weapons like using a fire axe. So with these options, you can really decide what you want your character to be, which is really epic in my books. In the world itself, you can go inside every house out there and find yourself some juicy loot, from getting a tasty apple to finding an M1911 to help you defend yourself. It's all there to be found, and let me tell you, there is a shit ton of items you can find. And of course, nowadays, if you want a good zombie survival game, you need drivable vehicles. Well, that's also something Fane can offer you. From driving trucks that you can have as your own personal base to using a standard pickup truck. You can decide what your preference is. And yes, there are car keys you can find in the world, but if you cannot find one, you can hotwire a car as well. But then again, if your character sucks at hotwiring, you can hurt yourself or even destroy the car at some point. Now, if driving a personal base is not your forte, you can also find yourself a house in the world, barricaded if you want, and protect yourself from all the outside threats. I myself haven't really gotten into the building mechanics as much yet, but just by pressing B on your keyboard, I could see there were possibilities to make yourself some cool stuff, so you can furnish your own little base. All I have found out so far is that you can destroy certain items in the world if you have the correct tool to do so, which will result in you getting building materials that you need to construct certain furniture. The gunplay felt unique in a way. It's not just pick up a gun and go Rambo like. No, you actually need to learn how to shoot with your character, and the more you do it, the better you get at handling your gun, which is just cool. Also, reloading in this game isn't just finding magazines everywhere and just switch it with your previous magazine. No, here you have to manually fill your mags with bullets that you find in the world. And speaking of skills and handling your guns, there are multiple skills for your character to get better at, such as lockpicking, driving, strength, and many more. Now, when you keep getting better at these skills, you will also gain perk points, which gives your character a certain boost in a specific skill, such as being able to reload 3 bullets into your mag instead of 1 at a time, which saves you some precious time. Now, I drove across the map, and the map of the game is pretty small. As of making this video, it's 14 by 5 kilometers by 14.5 kilometers or 9 by 9 miles, but I'm pretty sure the map will be a lot bigger in the near future. Also, if you are interested, I will leave an FAQ down below in the description so you can find out more about the game if you really fancy that. The game also features a multiplayer function to play with random people or with your friends. However, I decided to stick with the single player option for now, but maybe playing with your friends is something you enjoy more, then definitely go for it. Fane is probably going to be fun for an hour or 2 or 3 before you might get bored, but that is because there is still a lot of content which hasn't been added into the game yet, or I haven't seen so far, and one of those being bandits who can actually attack your base. That is something that hasn't been added yet, but has been planned by the devs in the near future. Now, if it's not too much to ask, could you leave a like on this video? And if you enjoy watching my content, subscribe to the channel. It really helps me in my YouTuber journey. It means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And if you feel like it, you can also watch this video right here, where I return to the game Kingdom Come Deliverance in 2024, and why I think it's still a must-play RPG for new players or veteran players. I hope you enjoy it if you decide to watch it. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.